Hello, people of the internet, and welcome back. So, first of all, a happy new year to anyone watching. And this year in 2026, many movies are coming out. So, let's talk about the movies that I'm excited about and the movies I'm hoping to watch this year. So, let's jump right into it. So, the first movie that everyone is hyped about, that everyone wants to watch this year, is Avengers Doomsday, which again comes out in 12 months. It comes out in December, but people are already hyped. People are watching the teasers and having theories, these wild theories all over the internet. So man, it's amazing. Everybody's hyped about watching Avengers Doomsday. In fact, this year it's a year full of superhero movies. There are many superhero movies that will be this year from Marvel, from DC. So it's going to be a superhero filled year. Then another movie that I'm interested to watch is The Odyssey. Again, Christopher Nolan, you cannot miss his movies. And let's see, does he like actually just adapt the the ancient epic, or does he change something in it? Does he pull off something Christopher Nolan? Does he pull off something in it which feels or which correlates to something greater, which isn't in the epic, which kind of twists its story and gives us something new? Perhaps it's the same old story, but let's see what he gives us. Already interested in seeing it. Watched the trailer, loved it. Then another superhero movie coming out this year is Spider-Man Brand New Day. And again, the reason that I'm hyped about this movie is because this is a street level Spider-Man film. This is not your going out there in some planet or some other city or some other continent or fighting some battle out there. No, this is a very grounded movie. This will happen in New York. At least most of it will happen in New York, and all these things that are in New York, including Punisher, including Daredevil, including the assassins, the hands, including the Hulk, and some part of the MCU that is concentrated in the New York area, that we'll be exploring in here deeply. And let's see if it connects to Daredevil Born Again season 2, because it comes out before this movie. So again, Spider-Man, we will be there. And so these are the two movies that are coming from Marvel: Avengers Doomsday and Spider-Man Brand New Day. So again, this will be a good year for Marvel because they are literally releasing their IP back to back this year. So yeah. And then another film that comes out this year is Dune Part 3. I absolutely loved the first two Dune movies. I loved the second part even more than the first one. The second, like, I watched them back to back. I watched Dune Part 1 and Dune Part 2. Dune Part 2 is like way above Part 1, and I'm hoping that Part 3 even tops that, because the cinematography, first of all, that is insane. The story, the plot, amazing. The way the character develops, the way he becomes this leader from this naive boy, amazing, amazing. Love. And Timothy Chalamet, again, great actor. The movie is great, the cast is great, the concept is brilliant. I love the entire concept of the Dune. I've not read the books, but again, it is super appealing to me. I absolutely love all of that, this political intergalactic stuff. Amazing. Absolutely hyped to see Dune Part 3. Then another film that comes out is Disclosure Day, which is, of course, directed by Steven Spielberg, and it is about like this revelation, or like uncovering the truths about aliens being present amongst humanity. Maybe that is the plot from like what I got from watching the trailer. And this will be an interesting film because again, we are amidst this entire three eye atlas thing, or at least we were, and there were some crazy assumptions about it. So let's see what this gives us. And again, I think we will get some newer conspiracies in here. And so yeah, just uh, waiting for to check this out. Then the next movie is something that I love. In fact, it has two things that I love. I love space and I love Ryan Gosling. When you combine them, you have Project Hail Mary. So again, this comes out this year, and as I said, there are two things in here, like Ryan Gosling and space adventure. So let's see what he cooks. I believe this is from a book, and I've not read the book. So again, the book has some great reviews, and I'll be interested in checking this movie out. Then another film that comes out this year is from the Peaky Blinders universe. It is Peaky Blinders, the Immortal Man. So it is basically for the comeback of Tommy Shelby, the people in the series think has died, and so he comes back and maybe he takes control of Birmingham or whatever the party controls back. Maybe it's about that, but I'm super interested to watch this movie. Now, this movie doesn't come out in the theaters, it comes out directly on Netflix because, of course, they have acquired the IP for it. And of course, I'll be checking this out because I absolutely love the Peaky Blinders series. Amazing. Check it out if you haven't. It's totally like this. It's set during the industrial revolution. It's set during the world wars and how it has affected the life of these gangsters, and it's amazing, absolutely amazing. Check it out. Then another superhero film coming out this year is Supergirl. Now this is literally back to back films, one after the other, like in years, and of course in consistency as well with the character, because the first movie was Superman, the second is Supergirl, which is coming out this year, and the third movie that comes out next year is again Superman, or at least like the fourth movie that comes out in the DC universe, which is next year, is Superman Man of Tomorrow. So this again connects into the DC universe. This kind of gives us a little trilogy of the House of L, or we can say like the this, at least we can call it the Superman saga, which James Gunn also calls it. And again, hype to check it out. Let's see what Supergirl brings us. What addition does it do towards this entire universe, and what characters does it rightfully explore? So again, we'll check that out. Then another film that is coming out this year is Street Fighter. So the reason I want to see this film is because the cast is insane. The cast is ranging from WWE actors to Bollywood actors to some random comedians from here and there, not random, well established comedians, to some martial artists, to some, some people, some rappers are there in here. So the cast is very amazing and interesting. So I would definitely want to check this dynamic out, and the way it brings out these different characters from all these different personalities that we have seen for so long. So again, that is why I'm hoping to check this out. And the next movie that I'm interested to see is the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And I know it's a kids movie, but the first Mario film was amazing. I love that, and I'm waiting to check this out as well. So that's the reason. The it's a fun movie. I hope this will be fun too. Bowser was great in the first film. Let's see what the big bad or the big villain is in here. And it's Mario, man. You have to check it out. And the next film is another superhero film. Not a superhero film, but a superhero universe film, which is Clayface. And so this film is going to be a grotesque film. This film is going to be like this body disfiguring, a body horror film. And a superhero universe hasn't done that yet, and this is the first time we are having it in a superhero universe. So that's a reason to check this out. And this takes place in Gotham, where Batman is, and we haven't seen Batman yet in the DC universe. So will this give us a glimpse of Batman? Who knows, but let's wait for it. Then another film that I'm hyped to check out in a couple of months is Durandar Part 2. Part 1 came out last year in December. Yeah, in December, and it just blew away everyone, including me. Like, no one was anticipating this kind of a shake-up from this movie in particular. So I'm absolutely hyped for Part 2. And the thing is, Part 2 is in the span of three months. So it's like Part 1 done, Part 2 is just coming out. So yeah, I'm just super hyped for Dhurandhar Part 2. Then another movie that I'm hyped for is the Ramayana, which is an Indian epic, which is produced by DNEG, which is like a big VFX studio out there in the world. So excited to check that out. The trailer hasn't been released for it. I'm hoping to see the trailer, and of course we'll get that soon. And yeah, I'm literally hyped for this movie because it puts India on a global stage. Another movie to put our story out there. So it's great. Then another film that I hope it comes out this year, because there is not some official confirmation or something, but it's the Backrooms films. This was announced a couple of years ago, and it was this indie film creator called Kane Pixels, I guess. and he had created these shorts on YouTube regarding backrooms, and he had like this entire role, like lore and all of these things attached to it. And so it I mean, it seemed promising, but I don't know if they're releasing it this year or not. And I believe they are releasing it. So yeah, I mean, I want to check that out because I want to see what he has cooked up. So yeah, and the last film that I'm hyped about is Godzilla minus zero. I'm absolutely hyped about this film. When I say hype, I mean I'm excited to watch this film. I'm looking forward. I'm anticipating. By hype, I do not mean like, oh wow, I just want to watch this film. No. So I'm hyped to watch Godzilla minus zero because the minus one film, amazing. I loved it. It gave us a very dreadful Godzilla, which we weren't getting with the MonsterVerse films. The MonsterVerse gives them a personality, which is good because there are other characters in here. In here, Godzilla is more of like a threat, more of like a natural disaster that happens because he just exists in here. So that is why I feel this world to be interesting as well. So let's see what happens in Godzilla minus zero. Maybe they introduce some other kaiju in here. If that happens, it's good. So yeah, that's it. And sub to the channel for, I know, anything that I put in here. And that's it. I'll see you in the next.